The heart overflows with what it receives. Have you ever found yourself pouring love into others, only to wonder why that love wasn't returned? Perhaps you've quietly asked yourself, what's wrong? Why do they seem distant? Why do I keep giving while they keep withholding? Why do they treat me like I am not worth their time? If those questions have ever echoed in your heart, I want to invite you into the house of love for just a few moments. Quiet your heart. Take a slow, deep breath. Imagine Love himself sitting across from you. His eyes are filled with compassion. There is no disappointment in his face, no condemnation in his voice, only perfect love. If you could hear him speaking these words directly to your heart today, perhaps they would sound something like this. My precious child, do not let another person's inability to reciprocate become evidence against your worth. Your value has never been determined by what another person could or could not give you, long before anyone had the opportunity to accept you, reject you, celebrate you, overlook you, or misunderstand you. Your worth was already settled. It was settled by my love. Sometimes people simply cannot give what they have never learned to receive. Before love can flow outward, it must first be received inward. A heart cannot consistently give away peace it has never known, security it has never experienced, joy it has never discovered, or healthy love it has never received. The heart only has available to give what it actually possesses. Now, imagine someone asking you for $1 million. If you had it, you could gladly share it. But if you only had $20 in your account, your inability to give them $1 million wouldn't mean you didn't care. It wouldn't mean your love wasn't genuine. It would simply reveal the reality of what you actually possessed. In much the same way, people can only consistently give from what fills their own hearts. If peace has filled them, peace is what naturally overflows. If grace has filled them, grace is what they freely extend. If fear has filled them, fear is often what comes out. If rejection has shaped them, rejection is often what spills onto others. The heart can only draw from the well it has been filling. Many people genuinely care, yet they are trying to love from an empty well. Some hearts have been filled with fear instead of peace, performance instead of acceptance, rejection instead of belonging, shame instead of grace. They are drawing water from the only well they know. An empty well cannot produce living water. It doesn't matter how desperately someone lowers the bucket. If the well has never been filled, the bucket comes back empty. That doesn't mean the person has no value. It simply means they need a different source. This is why I continually invite you to come to me. I am the living water. I am the well that never runs dry. As you continue receiving my love, my peace, my joy, my forgiveness, my acceptance, my delight in you, your heart becomes full. And whatever fills your heart naturally begins to overflow. You begin giving peace because you have received my peace. You extend mercy because you have received my mercy. You become a safe place because you have found safety in me. So when someone cannot give you what your heart longs to receive, do not immediately conclude that something is wrong with you. Instead, quietly remember, perhaps they have not yet received this from me. Pray for them. Have compassion for them. Release them from expectations they do not yet have the ability to fulfill. Then return to me, the one whose well never runs dry. And remember this, my precious child. Not every quiet moment is the result of an empty heart. Sometimes the one who has faithfully shown up for you simply cannot do so for a season. They may be carrying a burden you cannot see, grieving a loss they have not spoken about, walking through a battle they have chosen to keep private, or simply feeling weary in ways they cannot yet explain. Do not be too quick to make their silence about you. Love makes room for compassion. Love allows another heart the freedom to not be okay for a little while. Just as there have been seasons when you needed someone to patiently walk beside you, there will be seasons when someone else needs that same kindness from you. Before asking, "Why aren't they here for me?" gently ask, "I wonder if they need someone to be there for them today." Wisdom learns the difference between a heart that is unwilling to love and a heart that is simply weary for a season. People will sometimes disappoint you. People may misunderstand you. People may even wound you. But they never determine your worth. Your value was settled long before anyone had the opportunity to reject you, overlook you, betray you, or celebrate you. It was settled at the cross. You are already fully known, fully loved, fully chosen, and fully mine. Now let me leave you with one picture to carry in your heart. Imagine walking into the house of love on a cold winter evening. You quietly make your way to the fireplace, hoping to be warmed. You sit down beside it, waiting, expecting to feel its warmth. But there is no fire. You could sit there for hours and become disappointed. You could even wonder if the fireplace simply didn't want to warm you. But the fireplace isn't withholding warmth. There simply isn't a fire burning inside it. Now imagine walking into another room. The fireplace there is alive with glowing embers. Before you even sit down, you begin to feel its warmth. It doesn't have to strive. It doesn't have to prove itself. It simply gives away what is already burning within. Hearts are much the same. Some hearts have never learned to remain with the Father long enough for His love to become their fire. Others have lingered in my presence until my peace, my joy, my grace, and my love have become a steady flame within them. The difference is not found in how much someone wants to love. The difference is found in what is burning inside their heart. Perhaps this is why, after the two disciples walked with me on the road to Emmaus, they looked at one another and said, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" The Gospel of Luke, chapter 24, verse 32. They didn't leave with more information. They left with hearts set ablaze. That is what happens when you spend time with me. My presence becomes the fire within you. My peace becomes your peace. My joy becomes your joy. My grace becomes your grace. My love becomes the love you naturally give away. So if you ever find yourself sitting beside a cold fireplace, hoping it will warm your heart, remember this. A fireplace cannot give away a fire it does not have. And neither can a heart. Rather than spending your life trying to convince a cold fireplace to become warm, come sit beside my fire. Linger with me. Abide with me. Receive from me. For I am the fire that never grows dim. I am the love that never runs dry. I am the living water that never leaves your heart thirsty. As you remain with me, something beautiful begins to happen. Without even realizing it, your own heart begins to burn. Not with fear, not with striving, not with performance, but with the steady, gentle flame of my love. Then one day someone weary will draw near to you, and they will feel the warmth, not because you tried harder to love, but because you have been with me. Allow those words to settle gently into your heart for just a moment for a heart-to-heart reflection. Before you leave the house of love today, sit quietly with Love himself for just a few moments and ask him, "Father, what has been filling my heart lately? Fear or faith? Striving or rest? Criticism or grace? The world's approval? Or your love?" Then simply listen. For whatever fills your heart today is what will naturally overflow into the hearts of those you meet tomorrow. Whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life. The Gospel of John, chapter 4, verse 14. We love because he first loved us. 1 John chapter 4, verse 19. Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us? The Gospel of Luke chapter 24, verse 32. As you leave the house of love today, may your heart remain near the fire. May you continue receiving the love, peace, joy, and grace that only love himself can give. And as your heart overflows with what it receives, may your life become a gentle warmth that reminds others what it feels like to be deeply loved. Heart to heart in his love, Momo Smiley.